I gazed out the window of my small London flat, a cup of tea in my hands. Rain pattered against the glass, and the city beyond was covered in a dull grey haze. I sighed, feeling a heaviness settle in my chest. It had been like this for weeks. The dreary weather matched my own gloomy mood. As I set my tea down on the table, my eyes landed on a framed photograph on the wall. It was a picture of my mother. She was a vibrant and confident woman, with a smile that could light up a room. My mother had passed away several years ago, but I still feel her presence every day. I wished she could do the same for others, women in particular. I wanted to find a way to empower and motivate them in their day-to-day lives, helping them overcome their own challenges and insecurities. But how? The idea came to me suddenly. I would start an online platform, a blog or vlog where I could share stories, advice, and inspiration with women from all walks of life. I didn't have much money or experience, but I knew that if it was something I truly believed in, I could make it happen. With my newfound determination, I set to work researching how I could start an online platform. I learned about blogging platforms and social media strategies, about writing engaging content and creating eye-catching visuals. There was so much to learn, but I took it all in my stride. After weeks of planning and preparation, I finally launched my online platform under the name Empower Her. I started with a blog where I shared personal stories and practical advice for women navigating various aspects of life, work, relationships, self-care, and more. Much to my surprise and delight, I received positive feedback right from the start. Women all over the world were resonating with my words, finding comfort and motivation in my stories. It was exactly what I had hoped for. But I didn't stop there. I expanded my platform to include a YouTube channel where I posted videos of myself speaking directly to my audience. I shared anecdotes and insights, answering questions and offering support. The connection I felt with my viewers was incredible. Before long, my online platform was growing rapidly. My blog and YouTube channel gained thousands of followers, and I started receiving messages from women who expressed how much of an impact I was making on their lives. My heart swelled with gratitude as I read each message. This was exactly what I had set out to do, to empower and motivate women, just like my mother had done for me. As the months went by, I continued to pour everything into Empower Her. I launched a podcast series featuring interviews with inspiring women from different fields. I hosted virtual events and workshops on topics such as goal setting, confidence building, and self-care. And through it all, I remained authentic and compassionate, always striving to create a safe space for women to feel seen, heard, and supported. One morning, as I sat at my computer brainstorming ideas for future content, a notification popped up on my screen. An email from a publishing company expressing interest in turning my blog into a book. I blinked in disbelief. A book? I never thought that something like this could happen. But the more I thought about it, the more excited I became at the idea of reaching even more women through a physical medium. I replied to the email almost immediately, eager to learn more about the possibilities that lay ahead. Months later, I held a copy of my book in my hands for the first time. It was a collection of my most impactful blog posts, along with additional stories and insights. I couldn't help but feel an overwhelming sense of pride as I flipped through the pages. My journey had been filled with challenges and doubts, but I had persevered. And now here I was, a young woman from London who had created something meaningful and empowering for women all over the world. I knew that my work was far from done. There were still so many women out there who needed to hear my message, who needed to be reminded of their strength and worth, and I was more determined than ever to reach them. With a renewed sense of purpose, I sat down at my computer and began typing. I had more stories to tell, more advice to share, and more lives to empower.